Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Liz, and today we will be cash stuffing my husband's paycheck. Today we will be cash stuffing $650. If you're new here, my husband does get paid weekly and I get paid bi-weekly. So yeah, if you want to follow along and to our journey of becoming debt-free, we did purchase a home earlier this year, and we also just acquired some new debt, which is my husband's car payment. So it'll be some adjustments, but we'll see. We'll make the best of it. But yeah, you guys, I did want to, I'm suffering with allergies right now from the transition of winter and spring. So if there's like random cuts in the video, is because I have to stop and cough. That's how my allergies have been like getting to me, by like this cough storm. It's cough attack actually. So yeah, and then I did want to go over a little story time with you guys about the time that I actually, while working, was robbed at that. If you get that. So I will go over that as I'm cash stuffing, and I hope you guys don't mind it. I just kind of wanted to do a little twist to my videos instead of me just rambling and talking. And yeah, so I hope you guys are all doing well. I am recording this on Wednesday, and it'll be most likely uploaded Wednesday, if not Thursday. We'll see. But yeah, happy Wednesday, guys. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I have my little cheat sheet here off to the side, and I have my bills binder. I did switch some things around, you guys. So yeah. Alrighty. For lot rent today, we will be doing $200, and that is all that it has. I am waiting for my trackers in the mail to come in for my bills. Not my trackers, my inserts for these envelopes. So right now they are ghetto and have just some random sticky notes. Okay, so you guys, this story time. Car insurance will be getting 75, 50, 70, 75. Is the time that I was working at Metro PCS. So if you guys recognize that, I don't even know if they're still in business. I know here in Colorado, we don't see them much. So I don't know if they are still in business, but most likely they are, because they were pretty big when I still worked for them. So I worked at Metro PCS, and that's actually it for bills. And I remember it was in Long Beach. So for any of my California people, if you know Long Beach, there's the nice parts of Long Beach, like where all the tourists goes and everything. And there's some rough parts, like the ghetto. So the hood, to be honest. And I worked in the hood. So I was working that day, and I remember a couple came in with the girl's cousin. So it was like the girl, the husband, and then her cousin. And they bought a phone, and they bought it all in cash. And to be honest, like, their demeanor was kind of like, her husband was probably into some stuff, like, but it wasn't up to us, obviously, to question it. It was just like, you're here to buy us up. You buy a phone, you have the cash, you have, your card, whatever, just sell it, So I remember I was in the middle of selling the phone to them, and we were talking, chatting it up. And out of nowhere, two guys run in, masked up, obviously covered from head to toe. And at first I didn't see that they had these with them. I don't know if I can say it or not. I don't want my, obviously my video to get flagged. So I am in my high priority binder, and I will be stuffing here. Emergency fund will be getting 20, and I will be updating my trackers off camera. So now it has 40 in here. So I remember they ran in, and at first I didn't realize that they had, those in their hand. So I kind of just froze, because to be honest, it was just, you don't expect someone to just run into the store. So I was like, what the hell? Like, at first I didn't realize what they were doing. So yeah, so they had ran in, and then I remember they first went after the guy. They went after the guy that was there, like the husband of the girl, they first went after him and told him, get on the floor, you know, and this and that. And then the second guy that came in running in, he jumped the gate where we had from like separating the lobby to the cashier, like, you know, our back end stuff. He jumped the gate and he pointed that at me, like right on my temple. Like he put it on my head. I swear to God, you guys, I have never had the feeling that I shit myself until that moment. I literally thought I had shit myself because that's how scared. I didn't realize they had, you know, that with them. So, yeah, it was, I just froze and I was just like, because obviously I didn't want to do anything stupid. And I know that my son, I had just had my son in those upcoming months. So I believe my son was not even a year old when this happened to me. So all I thought about was my kid, you know, like if something happens, if this goes wrong or we piss him off or something, you know, shit can pop off in here and my son will no longer have a mother. So, you know, I was scared. Car maintenance today will be getting 10. So let me just color in one of these little things. Let me actually put it, this is where it has all my markers. So, yeah, so they pointed it to my head and I remember that the wife of the owner, so this was like an independently owned Metro PCS. So car maintenance now has 25. So this was an independently owned Metro PCS. So I remember the wife, she was like on the other side of the cashier. So say, how do I say? Like I'm right here and then it was like an L of how the back end of the store was. So it was like this. So she was over here and there was another cash register over here and I was right here helping them. And the guy jumped here. So what she did, because the guy was focused on me and telling me to open the register, she ran, you guys, to the door, which is right by where I was, the door to lock it for all our, like our break room and everything. You guys, she fucking ran in there and fucking locked it. She locked it like that. B did not give a F. She locked it. So she didn't even give me a chance for me to run back there also and, you know, avoid getting shot. She didn't care. She ran. So when the guy was pointing this to my head, he was like, open the register. And I opened it, you know, and I stepped back. I was like, do your thing. This is not my money. I do not give a shit. I'm not getting shot over this stuff. Medical will be getting 5 today. So now it has 15. So I told her, or like, I told him, you know, like, okay, I opened it and, you know, and I told him, I remember telling him like, please don't shoot me. You know, I have a baby and he didn't tell me anything, you know? So once he grabbed the money from the register, I turned around and tried to run to the back and open the door and it was locked. So I literally felt so, I was angry, you guys, at that point. I was angry because I'm like, how can she do that? She literally like left me there and didn't care, you know? And this is the wife of the owner. This is not just, you know, another person that just kind of, you know, this is the wife of the owner. She should have, I feel like she should have known better, but I now, as I've grown up and everything, at this time I was like 20 years old, you guys. I was way younger. I'm 29 now. So now I understand maybe at that moment she just didn't think about it because she was terrified, you know, as I was. So she probably just impulsively didn't realize that she locked it. She just ran back there and, you know, closed the door. So now health, I added 5 into health and now it has 15. And then the last envelope that we'll be stuffing in here is savings, and that one will be getting 5 as well. So yeah, so I remember I just kind of stood there and now both of the robbers' attention were to the guy. So I'm thinking, now that I think of it, I feel like it was an inside job. Like they knew, I'm telling you, this guy looked like, I don't know if he sold or manufactured or just slanged, you know, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, if you understand. I don't know what, but I'm pretty sure they went in specifically for him because they knew he had money on him. And then, you know, it was just kind of a bonus that he was inside of the store and they just also robbed us. So now savings has 10. Yeah, they were more focused on him. They were like taking off his jewelry. I'm telling you, this guy had like his all gold jewelry on. And he also, his girl also, like, you know, you can tell that she, you know, she's with him. So she also has some nice stuff. So they pretty much emptied him out. They emptied out our cash register. And then, you know, they ran back out. So I kind of just like stood there and I was like, I don't know what to do, you know, because this is the first time I've encountered something like that, you know, getting robbed. So I kind of just like stood there, and then I remember the guy said, damn, like they took all my money. And she turned around and said, all of it? Like, and he was like, yeah, they took everything. And she was like, she was mad. She was pissed. She was like, F, like, you know, fuck, you know, like, shit, like, how can they take all of it? You know, this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, she was upset. So they probably did have a good amount of money on them. And then I am going to be stuffing card tags as well, you guys, which is going to be getting 25. I have my card tags due actually next month, by the end of next month. So it's about $217. So I need to start bulking this up. And that's actually it for our high priority binder. So yeah, so after they left, they kind of just left, you guys. I had told them, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call the police. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, do you want to stay to make a report or anything? They're like, no, we're gone. And they left. They like scurried out of there, you guys. So that's what I'm telling you. I think the guy was more into some stuff that, you know, obviously he kind of let them there. And also, you know, he didn't want to talk to police. So yeah, you guys, it was an experience. I remember then, you know, I knocked on the door to the lady and I was like, open the door, you know, like this and that. And she took a while to open it. She's like, are they gone? And this, I'm like, yes, like, what the hell? I'm not going to be setting you up. So now I'm on my family binder, and then we will be stuffing, actually, where's my family time? Sorry. Family time will be getting 20 today. I want to take the kiddos. I don't know if you guys know, but the new Minecraft movie will be coming out on the 5th of April. And I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. So I want to take them. I want to surprise them with tickets to go see it the day that it shows. So I will be stuffing that. And then clothes, I did this backwards. Clothes will be getting 10. And let me just color this in. So yeah, you guys, so they left and I was knocking at the door to the lady and I was like, can you like open the fucking door and let me in with your scary ass? And yeah, she opened it. I called the owner, told them what happened. I called the police and the owner showed up and everything. And she pretty much said, I'm gone. Like, I'm done for the day. I can't be here. I'm done. Like, my nerves are shot and everything. And the owner was like, oh, that's fine, you know, like, go ahead, go home, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, go be with our daughters, you know, go hug on them and everything. And I stayed to work, you guys. I stayed. I think because at that time, honestly, now that I was so young and naive, to be honest, that I didn't realize, like, the way that they handled this was very, very wrong, I guess you can say. But again, it was independently owned, so it was nothing like I can just be like, I'm gonna fucking call HR on your ass, you know, or something like that. No, I couldn't do that. Back to school is getting 25, and now it has 50, so we have 10, 20, 40, 45, and 50. And, you know, now that I think of it, it was just, that was my point in time where I should have left. I should have left because pretty much I felt in that moment like my life wasn't valued. It was just kind of taken like, oh, whatever, you know, stuff happens, it's fine. And it's not fine because I had a baby myself that I needed to be able to go home to and be grateful to God that things did not get out of hand. Miscellaneous will be getting 5, so now it has 10, 15, and 20. These are for teacher gifts for Teacher Appreciation Week. And that's actually it for our family binder. So yeah, you guys, that was such a scary experience. I feel like I always tell my husband, and even then I will tell like family members as well. This is my personal binder. And in my personal binder today, we will be putting in 15 for nails. I still haven't gotten my nails done because my nail tech told me that she can't find her drill bits, I guess, to do fills. So I'm just waiting for these to come off, or I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll just yank them off so I can go get a fresh new set, which is fine because we can save up for it. So nails today, now I added 15, so now I have 10, 20, 25, and 30. So yeah, you guys, and I remember like after that, I stayed to work. It was still like about maybe 3 more hours in my shift left. And I remember that my husband at that time, you know, now ex-husband, F him, he came and stayed with me for the rest of my shift. Because, you know, he felt bad as well, like that had happened. And I told him like I was scared, you know, and this and that. So he ended up staying with me that shift. And FYI, I ended up going to check and I did not actually, you know, poop my pants. I did not. I think it was just a feeling of how terrified I was. But yeah, so I remember then later that night, after nails, I'm going to be doing my budget with Lizz YouTube one. You guys, I think I finally hit 600 subbies, but I'm still waiting just to make sure that the sub count does not drop again, because YouTube has been doing that with a lot of other YouTube channels from what I've heard. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to make sure it doesn't drop below 600 so I can finally announce my giveaway. So I'm going to give it about another 2 weeks. Make sure it doesn't drop, and if it doesn't, then I will make sure to announce it, okay? So now budgets with Lizz YouTube has 10, and then tattoo will be getting 10. Yeah, so after that, you know, I stayed for my shift. I was terrified. I was like, shit, what if they come back, you know, this and that. But no, nothing happened. The police did come. We made the report, you know, gave them a description. We gave them video evidence that they wanted. Nothing happened from that, to be honest, you guys. Like, absolutely nothing. Well, I'm using the wrong kind of marker because I'm blabbing away. My bad. So yeah, nothing came about that. They never caught the people. And I remember that night, once I was home, and I had told my boss, I'm like, hey, like, your wife locked me out here, you know? I told him, I'm like, I don't know if she didn't realize or what happened, but, you know, she locked me the fuck out here. Like, that's kind of grimy, you know? Like, she didn't even give me a chance to also be able to run for cover, like, nothing. And I guess he got home and told her, like, what the fuck? You know, like, why would you do that? And she ended up calling me like late that night. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize, you know, I had done that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, bitch, you fucking knew. So, yeah. So she apologized, whatever. She's like, I didn't mean it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even realize it, whatever. And yeah. And so I know that after I ended up quitting about maybe like 6 months later from there. And then I remember she herself one day called me and she said, guess what happened? And I was like, what? She was like, you remember that guy that was in here when we got robbed that one time? And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, he just came in the other day to the same store. He walked in and they got robbed again. I was like, okay, so now it's this guy. It's this guy. Either he's telling them go rob them, or people are, you know, they're on top of him. They know that he does some shady stuff, or, you know, whatever the case may be, and he has money on him, and they're just literally just waiting and watching for the perfect opportunity to rob him, which is crazy to me, to be honest. But yeah, I had to quit that job. I was like, absolutely not. For getting paid minimum wage and risking my freaking life, I'm not gonna do that. I think after I quit, they ended up getting like robbed 3 more times. So I was like, thank God I left. But yeah, you guys, that was my little story time. I hope I didn't bore you guys, or it was too distracting for me going back and forth from cash stuffing and everything. But I thought it was just something different. If you guys liked it, I'm definitely down to do more story times. I have a lot to tell you guys. I have a lot to tell. So if you guys don't mind me chattering away, then I'd be more than happy to connect with you guys. Well, not connect, to share with you guys. All right, so lastly, we are going to be doing our savings challenge, you guys. Today we will be starting with Target, and this will be getting $9. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hit the 2s behind there. So now we have 20, 30, 35, 37, 39, 41, and 42. So we will only need the $8 one, and that one is for my cash stuffing. I do get paid later today, so that will finish off this. I will be recording that most likely tomorrow and then uploading it on Saturday. Okay, so that's that. But yeah, you guys, let me know if you guys have ever had a scary experience like that. I would love to hear if you guys share. And then I will be stuffing today from the scratch off $7. I did went ahead and scratched off the rest because I was going to be stuffing my paycheck as well. So yeah, so we have 5, 6, and 7. I think I did that right. I think that's how I did it. Okay, so now we have 20, 25, 30, 32, 34, and 36. So that's that. Then we have Sam's Club. This will be getting 10. So now it has 60. This is one of those challenges that's going to be slow and steady, you guys, just because I do want to go to Sam's Club and bulk up. But right now with our budget, that's a little bit more tight because we are paying 2 different rents and mortgages and everything. I'm still paying for my old place that I used to live in that was rented. I still have a lease there till May. So I'm still, unless they rent it out sooner, I am still responsible for paying rent and utilities there until May. Which sucks, but as I've mentioned before, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to become homeowners. So yeah. And then I have this 15 boxes challenge. This one today will be getting 20. So now it has 70. And let me just cross off the 20 here. Whoa, sorry if I hit you guys. But yeah, that was my experience in that, you guys. It sucked, honestly. I'm like, I don't know how people can recoup from that. Even now that it's about 9 years later and I'm still like, oh my God. And yeah, so now I'm like, I feel like I have PTSD from that along with other stuff in my life that has happened. But again, as I mentioned, I am more than happy to share. This $500 challenge, I will be doing 20 today. So we have 20, 40, and 45. So let me actually grab my marker for that. Okay, so now this has 20, 40, and 45. So this one's gonna be one of those ones that's slow but steady. I felt like before I was like pressuring myself to hurry up and finish challenges, but I have learned that, you know, gotta take it slow and steady. And then we have our March challenge, which this one we actually will be finishing today. And now we have 20, 40, and 50. So yay, we have finished this. So let me go ahead and just color this in. Okay, well, that totally backfired on me. I thought it was like this type of green and it turned out to be like teal or blue. So, oh well. So this one actually is going to home maintenance. I am trying to start a home emergency fund, home maintenance. So this is what's going to be going into there. So with that, now I can bring in my April challenge, which I will start stuffing with my paycheck. And then I believe these 1, 2, 3, 4, these $4 will be going into my $1 challenge. These were just like leftover from the budget. I like to always end it like within a 5 or 0, you know, like just zero it out. So yeah, so I'm gonna add those 4 there, and then let me just cross off 4 of these slots. As I just said, I wouldn't be counting it, and I'm counting it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. All right, so let me just go ahead and put away these challenges. Now let's go ahead and add our $50 into our home maintenance, home emergency fund. I do have my future home envelope still that I was using previously to purchase a home, but I'm still gonna keep it just as that. And then I got this tracker from Budget with Maddie. She sent it to me in some Happy Meal. So thank you, Maddie, if you're watching. And I made each little icon 25 bucks and I have 50, so I get to color in 2. Okay, so these are my two icons filled in. And then I will be adding in the $50 here, and I will update the tracker off camera. And I'll leave that there to dry. Alrighty, well, that's pretty much it today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know if you liked hearing about a little story time. I would be more than happy to, again, do more of these if you guys like them. But if you found it too distracting while I'm doing my cash stuffing, then that's fine. I won't do them. But thank you for watching to the end. If you are here, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I will catch you guys in another video later this week for my cash stuffing. And then, yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.